Joining us now is Professor CalvinJohn Smiley from Hunter College City University of New York. Professor, what's the significance of Black History Month to you?
So Black History Month is significant because of the historical context in which it was founded upon. Many people don't realize that the reason why it's in February is because it's honoring Frederick Douglass's birthday, which was the birthday that he gave himself, because Frederick Douglass, a former slave, actually didn't know his own birthday, but his mother had actually said, "You were my Valentine's baby." So he put it around that time period. And then Carter G. Woodson, an African-American scholar, started it as a week, and then it expanded into a month. So I think part of that legacy to kind of think through not just African people's significance in the United States, but that African people are the United States is really important. Yeah, I think Black History Month oftentimes gets a kind of a bad rap as being seen as something that singles out Black folks. And you see it kind of from both sides of people. Like, you'll see Black folks making fun of Black History Month, but you'll also see white folks making fun of Black History Month as, well, why don't we have White History Month? And the reason for that is because all months are White History Month in the way that we're often given and portrayed in whether that's media, culture, fashion. Oftentimes we don't question whiteness, but we always will see Blackness in a way that is seen as different.
Black History Month has been marked for many years now. What are some of the challenges Black people are still facing today?
Yeah, that's a huge question there. Across the globe, we see accounts of anti-Blackness that continue to plague places in Africa, North America, Europe, in terms of facing things like white supremacy, racism, discrimination. Right here in the United States, we still have what's called mass incarceration, which disproportionately impacts low-income folks, and predominantly African American and other people of color. We've seen in the last decade the Black Lives Matter movement, which has really been about addressing and bringing more to the table around what police have done to Black communities, right? That we often see Black folks being shot at higher rates or not given the benefit of the doubt as their white counterparts. We can also think about a lot of the backlash in terms of right-wing reactionary politicians and others who now made the new boogeyman things like critical race theory or learning about Black history to get rid of it. So I think that those are some of the really big problems that we're still trying to deal with and address.
Black History Month is also a time to celebrate and uplift Black voices. Why is this such an important aspect of the month?
Yeah, I think it's a really important aspect of the month because it acknowledges once again that Black people are not just some kind of supplemental or appendix within the longer history of American history, but that Black people are integral to American history when we think about the institution of slavery and how many institutions, from private corporations that still exist today to the actual state and federal governments, that buildings like the White House and Washington Monument were built by enslaved people. And so to recognize that this country is not a white country, but it really is a country that was stolen from the indigenous people, but that African people were very much instrumental in making it what it is today.
Thanks so much for joining us, Professor CalvinJohn Smiley.
No problem. Thank you.